So right students, in this video class I am going to teach you preparation of the chlorine. Okay. So the first one, chlorine we can prepare by treating HCl with MnCl2. Sorry, MnO2. So by treating HCl with MnO2, so here we can get MnCl2, and the next one we can get Cl2 gas and we can get water. So now we have to balance this equation. So here you have 4 chlorine atoms. So this one multiply with 4 here, and the next one you see number of chlorines. Chlorines are balanced. And what about the hydrogens? Here 2 hydrogens and 4 present on that side. Multiply with 2 here, which is a balanced equation. So next guys, we can prepare the chlorine by treating this MnO2 with the mixture of sodium chloride and next one H2SO4. The mixture of sodium chloride and H2SO4 is taken instead of the HCl, that is NaCl plus H2SO4. So when this mixture is treated with the MnO2, so we can get here MnCl2, Cl2 gas, water, and next you can get here NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate. So now to balance this equation, multiply this one here with 4, and here also this one is multiplied with 4, and the next one. So number of chlorines here 4 present, and here also 4 chlorines are present. And what about the hydrogens? So number of hydrogens on this side we have 4 hydrogens, and next here we have. So this one multiply with the 4. So then 8 hydrogens present, and here 2 hydrogens. This one multiply with 2. So right guys, which is a balanced equation. So here we can prepare the chlorine gas by treating MnO2 with HCl or with the combination of sodium chloride and next one sulfuric acid, and next one second one. So right guys, this one we can prepare by treating HCl with KMnO4, potassium permanganate. So now we have 16 moles of HCl. When it is treated with 2 moles of the KMnO4, so we can get here MnCl2 plus Cl2 gas, H2O, and next we can get here KCl. So these are the reactants here. So here we have 16 HCl's. So then here you need to take 8 into 2, 16 hydrogens. And the next one, number of chlorines here 16 present. Here already 4 present. So this one multiply with 5 here. So 5 into 2, 10 and 12. And this one multiply with 2 here. And the next one here, this one also multiplied with 2 KCl. So let us count the number of Cl's again. 16 Cl's are present here. And 5 into 10, 5 into 2, 10, and 14 plus 2, 16. So which is a balanced equation. So KMnO4, when it is treated with 16 moles of the HCl, we can get here 5 moles of the chlorine gas. And the next one, third one, decomp process. So decomp process means the preparation of chlorine gas by the oxidation of HCl in the presence of a catalyst, that is CuCl2. So in the presence of CuCl2 catalyst, HCl is treated with O2, we can get here Cl2 gas, and the next one we can get H2O here. So now we have to balance this equation, multiply with 4, and the next multiply with 2 here, and here you can multiply with 2. So 4 hydrogens, 2 into 2, 4 hydrogens, and 2 oxygens, and 4 chlorines. So which is a balanced equation. And the next one, through the electrolytic method. So when brine solution is subjected to the electrolysis, so right guys, next electrolysis of brine solution. Brine solution means NaCl plus water. When this mixture is subjected to electrolysis, so from this we can get Cl2 gas, hydrogen gas, and next one we can get here sodium hydroxide. So to balance this equation, multiply with 2, and next here also multiply with 2, so which is a balanced equation. So now guys, here which is this one is generated at the anode. Cl2 is generated at the anode, and next one H2 which is generated at the cathode. So this is our desired product here. So this is about the preparation of the chlorine gas. So right guys, next one, properties. Properties of the chlorine gas. First one, chlorine gas is a greenish, which is a greenish yellow colored gas, which is a greenish yellow colored gas, and when it is in liquid state, the color of the chlorine is greenish white. And next one, the boiling point of the chlorine liquid is 239 Kelvin, and this one can produce pungent smell. And next one, this one is soluble in water, right? And second one, this one can react with metals as well as non-metals. So this one can react with metals as well as non-metals. So metals like sodium, and next one aluminum and iron. Such kind of metals can react with chlorine and give respect to salts. So when Na reacts with the chlorine gas, this one can produce NaCl. And the next one, aluminum, when it is reacted with chlorine, this one gives AlCl3. And the next one, iron, when it is reacted with chlorine, so this one gives 2 moles of the FeCl3. Okay. And the next one, non-metals like phosphorus, and next one sulfur, they can react with chlorine and give here gases PCl3. We can get PCl3 here. So now we can get 4 moles of PCl3 and 6 moles of Cl2 is required to react with 1 mole of white phosphorus. And here also chlorine reacts with this sulfur and gives here S2 and Cl2. So now here we need to multiply with 4, and next one, this one also multiply with 4. So these are the reactants we can get when chlorine is reacted with the metals, and next one non-metals. Let us see next properties. Right. The next one, chlorine can react with ammonia. Chlorine can react with diluted ammonia, and the next one concentrated ammonia, and gives respected products. So now first let me treat this chlorine. Chlorine reacts with the more amount of the ammonia. When chlorine is reacted with more amount of the ammonia, then we can get here NH4 Cl plus N2 gas we can get. So to balance this equation, we need to multiply this one with 8, and the next one this one with 3, and the next one we need to multiply with 6. So which is a balanced equation. And the next one, right, now NH3, when it is treated with more amount of the chlorine gas, we can get here NCl3, and we can get 3 moles of the HCl we can get here. So now it is a explosive reaction. The treatment of ammonia with more amount of the chlorine is an explosive reaction. Right guys? And the next one, chlorine, when it is treated with the chlorine gas, when it is treated with the diluted sodium hydroxide. So diluted cold sodium hydroxide, we can get the products here NaCl plus NaOCl plus we can get water here. So now to balance this equation, we multiply with 2 here. 2 Na is present and here also 2 Na is present. And 2 chlorines present, here also 2 chlorines present. The next one, number of oxygens here 2 present, here also 2 present, 2 hydrogens present. So which is a balanced equation. Next one, when chlorine is treated with the concentrated hydroxide. When chlorine is treated with the concentrated hot sodium hydroxide, so we can get here sodium chloride and we can get NaOCl3. NaOCl3 and the next one we can get water here. So now to balance this equation, multiply with 3 here and multiply with 6 and the next one here we can get 5 moles of the NaCl and we can get here 3 moles of the H2O. Right, when chlorine is treated with a diluted cold sodium hydroxide, we can get here sodium hypochlorite, and when chlorine is treated with a concentrated hard sodium hydroxide, we can get here sodium chlorate. Sodium chlorate. Right, and next let us see. So this one, this chlorine when it is treated with the calcium hydroxide, chlorine when it is treated with the calcium hydroxide is liquid line. Chlorine when it is treated with the calcium hydroxide, so we can get here CaOCl taken twice. CaOCl taken twice and we can get here CaCl2 plus we can get here 2 moles of the water. 2 chlorines are right here. Then we multiply this one with 2. And next one 2 chlorines present. Here 2 chlorines and 2 chlorines, 4 chlorines present. So this one is multiplied with 4. So now which is a balanced equation. So this is a balanced equation. And next one in the composition of the bleaching powder is CaOCl taken twice dot CaCl2 dot CaOH taken twice dot 2H2O. So this is the composition of the bleaching powder. So which is the composition of the bleaching powder. So right. And the next one, this chlorine when it is treated with hydrocarbons, we can get the respective products. For example, when alkanes like methane and the next one ethane, butane, when they are treated with chlorine, here chlorine undergoes substitution reaction and gives here CH3Cl and we can get here HCl gas. Right? And the next one, when chlorine is treated with unsaturated hydrocarbons like alkenes and alkynes, then chlorine undergoes here addition reaction and gives here saturated compounds CH2Cl and the next one CH2Cl. Right? When chlorine is treated with saturated hydrocarbons like alkanes, we can here substitution reaction takes place, guys, and one of the hydrogen replaced by the chlorine. Next one, when it is treated with unsaturated compounds, addition reaction takes place, gives here saturated hydrocarbons, substituted hydrocarbons. So right, guys, next one, next property, when chlorine is present in water for a long time, then here chlorine is present in water for a long time, we can get here HCl gas and the next one HClO. So that is hypochlorous acid we can get. So now you know this is yellow color or greenish yellow, which is in greenish yellow color. And next one, so due to the formation of these two chemicals, here the color disappears, which is a colorless. which is colorless mixture, right? And okay, so next one, Cl2 and iodine, and the next one water. So here iodine oxidized by the chlorine into HiO3. This is iodic acid, and you can get here HCl also. So to balance this equation, multiply with 5 here and multiply with 6. So now here iodine is 2 present, this one multiply with 2, and chlorine is here 10 present. So now here multiply with 10. So now let us count the number of atoms on both sides. 10 chlorine atoms are there. 2 iodines, here also 2 iodines are there. And the next one, number of hydrogens are 12 present, 2 and 10. 12 present. Number of oxygens you see. So number of oxygens are here 6 present, and 2 into 3, 6 present. So now here iodine has 0 oxidation state, but in this molecule iodine has oxidation state +5. +5 oxidation state present. So let us count once. Let us calculate the oxidation state of iodine in this molecule. So you know hydrogen has +1 oxidation state. We have to find out on iodine. And the next one, 3 oxygens has -2 oxidation state equal to 0. So now here 1 plus I and -6 equal to 0. So then I equal to, so let me write here, I equal to, so here 1 and -6, that is -5 bring on this side, you can get +5. So here iodine oxidation state changes 0 to +5. So the increase in oxidation state tells that is an oxidation process. In the presence of the chlorine, iodine undergoes oxidation and gives us iodic acid. So right guys, so next one, chlorine acts as a good bleaching agent. So now let us see, when chlorine is treated with water, it gives HCl plus oxygen. So this is known as nascent oxygen, which is highly active, and this one can oxidize the substances. So now here multiply with 2. When chlorine is treated with water, we can get HCl 2 moles, and you can get here oxygen atom, so which is known as nascent oxygen, which is highly active and highly reactive oxygen. So that one, when it is treated with a color substance, then that one changes to colorless substance. So right here from this two we can get HCl and oxygen, that is nascent oxygen, which is highly active. When it is treated with a colored substance, then that one changes to colorless. Okay, and last one guys, uses of the chlorine. So chlorine is used to bleach the wood pulp. So this is used to bleach the wood pulp. So wood pulp, what is the use of the wood pulp? You know that wood pulp is used to prepare the paper, and the next one to prepare the rayon, which is a synthetic fiber. And the next one, which is used to clean the water, which is used to kill the germs which are present in the water. So it is used in the cleaning of the water. And the next one, which is used in the extraction of the gold, and the next one, platinum. So chlorine gas is used in the extraction of the platinum, and the next one, gold. And the next one, which is used in the making of the CCl4. CCl4 means carbon tetrachloride, and chloroform, that is CHCl3. And the next one, DDT. And the next one, tear gas, that is CCl3 and NO3. So in the preparation of these all substances, chlorine gas is used. So here DDT means ethane. So now let me draw the structure also, DDT structure. So here 2 carbons present with single bond, and this is connected with 3 chlorine atoms, and this one is connected with 1 hydrogen, and next one 2 phenyl rings. So these are the two phenyl rings, and here each phenyl ring is connected with the chlorine at the para position. So this is the structure of the DDT. So this is about chlorine, guys. So we have discussed about the preparation, properties, and next one uses of the chlorine.